This review has been made possible by Toyota of Naperville. As you know, Toyota has tons of brand new Toyotas available for purchase, but did you know that they also have a remarkable selection of used cars? Head on over to toyotaofnaperville.com and look through hundreds of used cars for sale right now.
Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach and today I am driving a 2017 Volkswagen Golf GTI. Up front is a 2.0 liter turbocharged inline 4 and down below is a 6-speed automatic transmission. Now, I cannot tell you how excited I am to be back in a GTI. I have driven a Mark 6 GTI as well as a Mark 5 GTI as well as a Golf R as well as a GTI Fahrenheit edition, and all 4 of those reviews will be at the end of the video. Now this is a Mark 7 GTI, MK7 you might see it. If you're new to Volkswagen, the GTI has 7 different generations. It's actually onto their 8th now here in 2020, but this is a 7th generation GTI. So if you see MK6, MK5, MK7, it's just the generations of the GTI. I absolutely love GTIs, and I cannot tell you, I love this GTI so much. Let's get back to it. That 2.0 liter turbocharged inline 4. It makes 210 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque, gets 24 miles to the gallon city and 34 on the highway, but you will never see that 24 in the city because this thing is too dang fun to drive. It makes all of the right noises. It makes all the right pops and burbles from the factory. I absolutely love driving it. We're out on the test track. Let's do a little pull and I'll show you what I mean. We will put it into sport mode. Oh God. Second gear, it loves second gear. It just punches you right in the chest. I absolutely love it. It's amazing. Oh man, it's so fun to drive. I've been driving this car for actually about 2 hours right now because I filmed the entire review and then my SD card wanted to corrupt. So I've been fortunate enough to actually drive this car for 2 hours. I absolutely love it. I cannot get enough of the power band of this car. It's great. Like I said, 2 liter turbo. Let's talk about that transmission. Dual clutch, 6-speed transmission. It's called the DSG and it's absolutely great. It drives and feels like a manual. So around town, people complain that, oh, it has like, oh, kind of bumpy shifts. You definitely feel it shift. And people who say, oh, it has bumpy shifts are just people that aren't used to driving stick shift. It sort of has those characteristics of a stick shift transmission, even though it's not stick. But when you go in a straight line like I just did, when you floor it, when you go for it, when you give it the beans, it is lightning quick. It is boom, boom, boom. I absolutely love that. Dual clutches are the way to go if you're going with an automatic. And I want to talk about that at the end of the video, why this is perfectly okay that this is an automatic. But let's talk about the interior. We'll talk about the looks, and then we'll get to why I love this thing more than life itself. So let's talk about the interior. In front of me, I have 2 main gauges. On the left is my tachometer with coolant temperature down at the bottom, and on the right is my speedometer with fuel down at the bottom. I really like that. Very clean, very simple, and they look very Volkswagen-y. They've used the same style of gauges for quite some time, and I like the consistency. In the center, I have a couple different pages. I can go to lap timer, vehicle status, telephone, audio, compass, driving data, and we're back to lap time. Tons and tons of information in here, and I love that. I can get my average MPG. I can check up on the vehicle. I can use a compass. I can do a lap timer. Everything. I just love that. I really do. I think that that's absolutely great. On the steering wheel on the right, we have controls for that center screen, as well as skip track for the radio, and on the left, we have volume and cruise control. I like the overall look of the steering wheel. I love the look of it, actually. I love that GTI badge. It's stitched leather. It's leather wrapped. Overall, I think it's a really good looking steering wheel. To the left of me, I have my headlights and my dimmer switches, and then on the door, I have my power mirrors, power locks, and power windows, which the windows are 1 touch down, 1 touch back up. Even the backs, which is very nice. In the center, I have 2 air vents, and then I have the radio. Now, the radio is pretty standard. The resolution is okay. It's not the best, it's not the worst, and I can live with it. However, it comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. That is the best thing in the world. As you guys know, I drive a lot of cars. I drive a lot of cars, and getting to understand every single car's infotainment system gets tiresome. It gets so annoying trying to figure out, oh, they do this company does that, this company does this, I can't do this and that. Whatever. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto takes all of the guesswork out of your radio system. I plug in my phone. You do have to use a cord. Newer versions of Apple CarPlay don't require a cord, but unfortunately this does. But I plug my phone in, all my contacts, all my music, my maps, my navigation points, my favorites, they're all right there instantly, and I don't have to guess about it. And all the Apple CarPlay works the same in all cars. So the Apple CarPlay in the GTI works the same as it does in the Kia Rio, the same as it does in the Chevy Spark. And those cars were manufactured here or in Korea or in Germany. I love that. I absolutely love the fluidity of that. So, can't say enough good things about that. The climate controls are right below the center screen. It doesn't have dual zone, which I can live with, of course. It does have heated seats, though, and that's all I really need. Fan controls. It's a very simple layout. It's a very clean layout. I like that a lot. Down below that, we do have a cubby hole, which inside of that is my USB and aux inputs. So for the Apple CarPlay, that's where you would plug in. Then I have the shifter. I like the shifter. I wish that it was a golf ball. The older golf shifters used to actually look like a golf ball. They used to look like that, and I absolutely loved that, but unfortunately they've moved away from that. But next to that, I do have my mode button and traction control. So I have 3 different drive modes for the GTI. I have normal, which is good for just around town, and then I do have sport mode, which it holds on to gears, and man, oh, it really wakes the car up. I love that. And then I do have custom mode. Because sport mode does incorporate steering and different shift points, things like that, you can actually set a custom driving mode. So if you were to own this car, which I assume you would if you're looking to buy one, you could set your own custom thing and make it really your own. I love that. I love when cars do that. To round out the center console, I do have a 12-volt outlet, not only in front of the cup holders, but in the center console. Center console is tiny. I don't see myself ever using it, but, you know, it's there. Now we got to talk about the seats, in which I love plaid seats. They've been doing this since the 70s in the Golf GTIs, and I absolutely love plaid seats. I really do. Like I said, they are heated. They are not power, but they are heated. Love that. And I love that I could step into this car and I know that I'm in a Golf GTI. I know that I'm in a GTI because of the way that it drives and the way that it feels and the way the seats are. It's GTI, 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 GTI. You can tell it's a GTI by the way it is. But speaking of seats, we do have back seats. So let's do a back seat review, and then we'll also look at the hatch real quick. All right, so we're in the back of the 2017 Volkswagen Golf GTI. It's a little bit cramped back here. However, I love the fact that it's a 4-door. I would much prefer a 4-door than a 2, because if the back seats are going to be a little bit crammed anyway, might as well have a door to help someone get in, especially if you have parents, if you have older people. You know, if you're going to drive your grandparents around, let's just say, I don't want my grandma having to slide behind a seat. You know what I mean? That being said, I do have 2 cup holders in this little fold down console back here. I have lights, they're little LEDs. I do have 2 air vents, which most little cars like this neglect the back seat and don't even give them vents. I do have vents which I can slide, give myself more or less. Other than that, it's very basic. The plaid carries on back here. I do have plaid seats, which I absolutely love. Now we'll take a look at the hatch real quick, and then we'll talk about the looks. So coming around back here, one thing I've always loved about newer Volkswagens is where's the hatch? Where's the button? Where's the button, you know? Boom. Beautiful. Did you guys catch that? It's the actual Volkswagen logo you push up. This is also where, I'll try to stop it, the backup camera actually pops out of there, which is interesting. I'll show a video. But anyway, getting back to the back seat here, got my sweet COVID mask that my mom made me. But floor mats, I mean, not a whole lot of amenities back here. These seats do go down. And actually, I can actually push this through. So for skis, for long objects, I can actually go all the way through the car. That is awesome. Oh, I do have a 12-volt outlet back here. Most modern cars have this, most SUVs and stuff. I absolutely love that feature for like an inflatable mattress or anything like that. A great idea to have. But that is the trunk of the GTI. Very, very practical. Now we got to talk about the looks. I love the look of it. It looks clean. It's good. I wasn't immediately sold on the white color. However, the more and more I drive this, the more and more I look at it, the more and more I appreciate it. I really love it. I think out here in the sun, it's really white, but in the shade, it looks so good. It's clean, it's simple, it's new, it's fresh, but it's the same GTI that I've fallen in love with over the years. It's been maybe 2, almost 3 years since I've driven a GTI. And man, it's that one girl you just can't get out of your mind, you keep going back to. And that's my ending point. I love this car. It's amazing. I think it's the perfect daily driver. Why? First of all, it's automatic. So when you're stuck in traffic, your left leg doesn't explode. Second of all, it has 4 doors. I absolutely love 4 doors. There's no reason to get a coupe. I understand that GTIs of the past were coupes, but this is better as a 4-door. Please get a 4-door. Third, has Apple Carplay, Android Auto, heated seats, nice features, cruise control. The air conditioning is great. Great features. It's practical, it's fun, it gets good gas mileage. When you commute on the highway, or if you're gonna take this thing down to Lake Shelbyville for the weekend, you're gonna get 34 miles to the gallon the whole way there. You're barely gonna burn any gas. Load this up with your friends, crank the tunes. Because through Apple CarPlay, you have Spotify, which has every song in the world. You can play any song ever. What's not to love about this car? Unfortunately, I'm gonna cut to a clip because this is the first time that I really ripped on it from the last review. But of course the audio didn't record, so it's gonna be just the crappy GoPro audio. But this is how I truly feel about the car. This is the first time I really gave it some gas and enjoyed it. Second gear. Ooh, when it shifted to second. Oh baby, sweet baby rays, man. I am kidney stone free and I'm driving a GTI. Woo! My only hesitation and my plea to you, if you're looking to buy one of these, do not modify it. That's where the Volkswagen reliability starts to become an issue. Volkswagen sort of has a reputation right now, at least in the car community, of being unreliable. The fact that the check engine light is always on, blah, blah, blah. And people are like, oh, Volkswagens are unreliable. Volkswagens are unreliable. And then I'll ask that person. I'll even ask Volkswagen people. They'll be like, oh yeah, you know, my check engine light is always on. I'll say, okay, what have you done to the car? They're like, oh, I put a big crackle tune on it. And I go, okay. So you told the car's computer to try to make as much noise and spit fire out of the tailpipe whenever you give it a little bit of gas. You don't see a problem with that? You ask your car to shout and bark and bite all the time, even in town, you're gonna wear down components. This car is amazing as it is. Buy one of these. I beg you, at least drive one, but I beg you to keep it stock. I beg you to keep it stock. Go out, buy a Golf GTI, find the curviest road you can, and just enjoy your life. That's all. Don't slam it. Don't put a crackle tune on it. Don't put a bigger turbo on it. Just go out and enjoy it. Because that's what this car is for. This is what this car is. And this is what this car will always be about. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Huge thank you to Toyota of Naperville. I cannot say enough good things about them. They have this car on the lot right now. They have tons and tons of other used cars, as well as, of course, the new Toyotas. They got Supras. They got it all. They are absolutely awesome, coolest people out there, and I absolutely love them for that. Their information is up on the screen, as well as linked in the description below. One click will take you right to their website. You could browse their entire inventory, and I promise you, you won't regret it. If anything, if you're in the area, please schedule a test drive of this car because you will not regret it. You could bring it out here to their closed-off test track, and that is amazing. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.